Hi everyone, it's Lori from Enchanted Dream 71 and welcome to my craft room. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and blessed today, and I want to thank you for coming over and supporting my YouTube channel. So today we are going to work some more in our no-sew journal. I'm a little bit, I did not make a prototype, so I'm a little bit on edge about this. Never made one like this before, but this I saw from Natasha at Treasure Books. So if you remember in one of our last videos, it wasn't all about this journal, but we did put this little plate on the front, so that's going to be our front cover, and this is actually going to go under there, so that'll go on top. So that is pretty much what our front cover is going to look like. So I really like that. That's going to be pretty. So these are our signatures. So that's the back cover, if you guys remember. So these right here are our signatures. So now what we need to do is bind our signatures individually. So we have 5. Let me just make sure they're all going the correct way. Yep. Let me double check that one. Yep. And yep. Okay, so there's the 4. So I did go ahead and bound these, and this is no sew. In Natasha's video, she did show that you could do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch or whatever you want to, but we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way. And I have bound it with some of this baker's twine, but this right here is really little because at first I have this hot mess here because I had used it, but you can see the significant difference in those as far as size goes. So I thought it would be better with the thinner one. So I'm going with the red. And again, it is really thin. I'm just going to go ahead and roll some of this off and put it there. So I'm going to get this out of the way a little bit so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm very nervous, guys. Oh my goodness, yeah. Very nervous doing something on camera. I went like this that I've never done before when I did not do a prototype. So you just make sure that your pages are going the correct way and it's how you want it. So this is how I want it. So I'm just going to hold it here, right? So you just take the end of your string here. I've already got it wrapped around something. Leave it to me, right? Oh, come on. Okay, we got it. So we're going to take our string and we're going to leave, or I'm going to leave a significant amount hanging at the bottom. Okay, and we're just going to hold this there and hold it pretty tight. And then we're going to wrap just like this, going right down the center. 2, 3, and I'm doing it kind of tight, and this is 4. So we have 4. So now, don't know why I put my scissors up. So now we're going to go ahead and cut this off. So we're done with that. So this is what we have. So we're going to pull that a little bit tight. And then we're going to pick up all these strings, including this one. And we're going to put that over it like that. And now I'm just going to try to hold that down. Try being the operative word. I just did another video. My hands are not exactly cooperating today. So we will just get us a knot there. And then I'll go ahead and do another knot. And I know I'm wasting a lot of this string, but it is what it is. And then we'll just cut that off. So that's what we have, okay? So now our signature is bound together using those. And now what we're going to do is, since we have 4, we're going to make sure that 2 of these are on one side, right here, of the middle of your signature. And then 2 are on the other side. That needs to go over there. This one needs to go over here. Okay, there we go. So that's what we have. We have 2 on this side, and then we have 2 on the other side, like that. Okay? So that's what we have. So now we need to decide what order we want them. And on this one, I'm not too picky, so we'll just leave them like that. I do want to make sure that they're all going the same way, or going the way they're supposed to go, and nothing's upside down. Alright, so there is that part. So the next thing is attaching these two together. So if you remember when we folded our piece of scrapbook paper here, the part that we wanted to show we put on the inside. So you can do this with single-sided paper. That would work out really good, because this you're not going to see, because we're going to glue our cover to this, so you're not going to see it, and then our fabric. So yeah, so you won't see that anyway. So this would be a great project for single-sided. So I guess we'll start back here. So what we are going to do is we are going to, let me come down some. We are going to glue this to this, and we're going to even it up, and we're going to end up gluing it together like this, making sure that our edges here are even. So that's what we're going to do. And I am going to use Fabri-Tac for this. This Fabri-Tac is giving me a hard time, it seems like. I'm not sure why. So I'm going to go ahead and get out a wet one in case we need it. And wipe off this top. May even just open it up and give it a little bit of air. I'm not sure why it's acting crazy, but it is. So when we do this part, you do not want to go all the way to the edge. You want to leave, I guess, about maybe a ½ an inch. We don't want to leave too much, but we want to leave enough. So we're just going to go down about there. And then I'm going as close to the edge as I can, all the way around. And then just get lots of glue in here. And I am using the Fabri-Tac because I don't want to use the art glitter glue because it sticks so quick. I need wiggle room, guys, because we will be lucky if this even goes well, to be honest with you. And that tries to ooze, so I'm just going to screw that top off. Screw it back on so I don't forget. Okay, so now we're going to take these two, kind of line them up, kind of, and then bring that together, and then we can just turn it around. And I want to make sure, first and foremost, that this edge here is together and even. And it looks like it's not very even at the bottom, but we're just going to go with that. And then we'll just squish this down here. Can't close it, give it a hard press like that. And now these two signatures, yep, got some oozy glues. These two signatures are together. And yeah, I don't think I got it off too much, just barely, but it is off just a little bit. But you know what, that's good. Alright, so now we're going to do this one the exact same way. Make sure that lid's on there. So we're going to go in about a ½ an inch. We don't want to go all the way over here. So I'm just going to go down this line here. Around the edges really good. And then get it all in here very good. I think at that top left-hand corner, I may have went too far, so we'll see what to do about that in just a moment. Okay, put that up for a second. Yep. Get some of that off. Got a little bit too happy there. So now, again, I'm going to go ahead and turn it this way. We want these two edges together right there, and I think that's it. Yep, I think that one went a lot better than the other one. And then I'm just going to kind of smush that together a little bit, Making sure my ends are still good. And then again, I'm going to close it and just give it a bit of a press there. That works better for me. Okay. So now, those two signatures are together. And look how flat that lays. Okay, so now we are going to do it again. Coming in. See that oozy glue's coming in about 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to be exact. Just don't want to go all the way to the edge there. Oh goodness. Okay. And we'll just glue this up really good so that we get a really good hold here. Okay. Yeah. This is not that close to being empty, so I'm not exactly sure what the problem with that is. So now we're going to get these edges. Glue on that side. Let's look on both sides and make sure that they're even. Just go down the top here and smush this together. Just a little bit off there, but I think that's going to be fine. Then I'm going to turn it and give it a good press here. Look at that. That's, I like it. That is going better than I thought, because I have to tell you, I was really scared about that. Okay, so now we have our last one. So the same thing, we're going to come in, or at least on mine, I'm coming in about 1/2 inch or so. You can go in farther than that. It's totally up to you what you want there. Just make sure to get that all the way to the edges. Oops, see, I went too far there again. Got too happy. Let's go ahead and get that off. Okay. And now we're just going to go all the way around here with our glue really good. Because again, we want this to hold and to last. And you get a good binding with this. Yep, that's kind of hurt my hand a little bit. With this glue. Alright, so I think that's going to be good. I'll wipe my top off, give it a little twist. I found that too. If you got the oozy glues and it's oozing out the top, if you untwist the cap, got a bubble in there. Okay, bubble's gone. So if you untwist the cap just a little bit and let a little bit of air get in there, a lot of times it'll seep back down in there. Or just wipe off the top and you should be good. Okay, Lori, your glue's drying. Shut up. Okay. So, now, again, oops, got some glue on that side. We're going to take this and line it up right here. Make sure we got it top and bottom. Give that a good squish. And then just do that. Be careful when you're doing this that you don't end up getting it off center. And I think I just did a little bit. But we got it fixed. And then we're going to do this. And again, I'm just going to give it a good press like this. And we do need to let this dry. So you can put it under books if you want to let it dry. But look at that. Oh, that's really good. This one's poking out a little bit far. But that is really good. Okay. Good job, Lori. Alright, so we still need that glue. So we have this. So we have all of our pages together. Just going to go through and make sure that I don't have any other pages sticking to the glue. Yep, like that. Where it oozed out. Isn't this gorgeous? And we will be putting like some flat pockets and tags and stuff in here because that's what I want. You don't have to. Or you could put less signatures than 5, and then there, you know, you can bulk it up more. Okay, so the next step is, not our cover yet, but the next step is our fabric. I think I want it up this way. And I did cut this where I'm going to have a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom hanging over because I did want that look. Now I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly straight, but you do want to make sure that you have enough over here to go behind the top plate that we're going to put on there, because that, my friends, is what our journal is going to look like. So, again, I don't think, oh, I'm trying to remember what she did. I don't think she went all the way to the edge with this either. So I'm not going to. And if it's wrong, it's just wrong. So I'm going to go out a little bit from that and just come over like maybe right there. So I can always lift it up. Okay, so we have that on there, and again, I can just lift this up and get some glue on out here just to make sure it's glued good. Okay, so there's that, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. Just want to make sure, yep, we got enough to cover it. That is good. Okay. So what she said on this part is you don't want it too tight like this. You want a little bit of leeway in it here. But you do want to push it down because you don't want it too loose. So we will turn it over and go ahead and put a little bit of glue on here. But again, not going all the way to those stitches because I don't think she did. So we'll go about right here with just a little bit of glue just to get it on there because I don't think it's going to go around very quickly. So I'm just going to softly push it down and then put that on there. Yep, hopefully that's good enough and not too tight. But, you know, this is the first journal I'm making like this. I did not make a prototype, and I don't think we need any more glue on there. Probably put this one too far, but I think we will still be okay. So let's check our back cover. Yes, we're going to be fine because it covers up this here. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to glue up our back cover. Again, just using the Fabri-Tac, so I have that bit of wiggle room, and I'm going all the way to the edges here to make sure to get that down good, and then give her a hefty amount of glue. Yeah, I'm not sure why this glue's not wanting to come out any easier. Okay, I'm gonna have to change hands. It's getting a little rough on the hand there. I just want to make sure that I have enough glue so that this is not going anywhere, and so it will stand the test of time, is what I want. Okay, that's going to be it. And then I want it to come to the edge of this, so that's what I'm going to do. Put it to the edge like that. And pay attention to what you're doing, because I just put that on there upside down. So let's turn it around the right way and try again. Were you guys screaming at me? So that, again, is the good thing about Fabri-Tac. Yeah, that's the right way. is if you do something silly like I just did, get that pressed down good over that fabric. Then you could just lift it up, add more glue if you need to. I don't think I needed to. And then just push that down really, really good. That is our back cover. Oh my word. How gorgeous is that? Oh gosh. I love that. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing over here. So remember we put those, excuse me, paper fasteners in here. So I think what I'm going to do is just take my scissor handle and try to push those down really good. Like that. Which we're going to glue them, so we're going to be okay. So that is going to go like that. Oh my word. Look, guys. Oh, I just think I found my new way of doing probably all my journals. I'm going to put my sleeve up a little bit. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous. Okay. Come on, glue, because now I'm excited. And you guys know I showed you all the other paper pads and the other front and back covers on the chipboard that I had ready. So yeah, I'm excited to make some more. I just have to figure out my papers. Because in this one, you know, we have a lot of neutral pages, except for the scrapbook paper for the cover. It's all pretty much neutral pages, but you can definitely find yourself a digital kit that you love, and you can make one of these. I would venture out to say you could even do I'm going to put some extra glue over those. Venture out to say you could even do a tall skinny this way. I do believe you could. Alright, so we'll do that. And go ahead and get the lid on there. And then this time, hopefully, put it down the right way, which is this way. So, again, we're going to get that right on that edge there. And then give it a good press. A little bit of glue, oozy glue's there, not much, so that's good. Give that a good press there. Open that up. Oh yeah, that's going to be nice. Oh gosh, I love it, guys. Thank you, Natasha. This is absolutely wonderful. Okay, guys, so there is our journal. And look at how flat it lays. Every single page, no matter where you go, she lays flat. And you can see when you open it that this scooches out, and that's why it's able to lay flat. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Now, I love my single signature journals. I struggle a little bit with building new spines. Not sure why. I do like doing the hidden spines. Well, I don't really like it, but I will do hidden spines. Because they can be, you know, a bit whatever. But look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous journal? Oh my gosh. I just love it so much. Okay, we got a little bit of glue down here, but that'll be okay. See how that cover just falls? So see in here where we got some of these like that. But these are pretty neutral pages. Definitely a huge writing journal. And the fun thing about this is if you wanted to. So let's say you had a ticket of some sort where you went to the movies and it's a bigger ticket, or, you know, you just have something that, you know, you want to put in there. You could fold it like this and you could actually add it. Look at that. You could add something if you wanted to. That is what is fun about this. And I'm sure if you wanted to take some of these pages out, yep, you could get them to come out as well if you wanted to. But yeah, definitely a neutral journal here. I am filming way ahead. It is actually Saturday, May 3rd when I'm filming. Tomorrow happens to be my brother's birthday. But yeah, filming way ahead because, you know, I just want to make sure to have, I'm trying for about 3 videos a week. And there's where we put our 2 signatures together. And I do have, you know, my 4 open collaborations that I host that post. Well, all the pages are pretty much the same. I'm not going to keep flipping through it. But look at how gorgeous. Such a gorgeous journal. And like I said, you can put, you know, maybe less signatures. Maybe we'll do another one with less signatures. That way we can bulk it up with ephemera and pockets. Because, see, she doesn't lay completely flat. She is popping open a little bit, which is fine. So we could go in and punch some holes here and put in an eyelet here and here and do our closure. Or we could have a loose closure. Or you could do the, what is that, something post that Tim Holtz has. Oh, I actually have some of those somewhere. Maybe we'll do that as our closure on this one. But yeah, that's the bag. The spine. I love that fabric. I have some more of that. It was a remnant that I had bought from somewhere. So there's our journal. All right, guys, so I'm going to quit rambling. And that way, hopefully, I can get another video in today. Like I said, really ahead. I am excited because I go Wednesday to neurology. You know, I've had a couple of, you know, compared to what I went through a few days ago, I've had a couple of pretty good days. Yeah, so just pray that that continues. I am working today and tomorrow and off Monday. Work Tuesday and then off Wednesday for my appointment with the neurologist. And then I'm taking Thursday off, May 8th, because that's actually my husband's birthday. So yeah, he was going to get off work. We were going to go do something. And then he came home yesterday and said, I feel glue here. Let's get our glue eraser. Okay, that came off really quick. And these glue erasers you can get from Amazon as well. Just put in glue eraser and it'll come up. But yeah, but he came home yesterday and said, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get off. But I'm hoping maybe we could go out to have a nice dinner, whatever it is he chooses to do, because it is his birthday. So, yeah, if you guys, well, you know, keep praying for me. By the time you see this video, I think it's going to be after the 21st, because I just looked. So it's going to be closer to the end of the month. But yeah, just keep praying that, you know, we can get some resolution from a hand pain. All right, I love you guys. Thank you all so much for supporting my YouTube channel. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.